Ian's literally hand feeding the dog right now. Can't say we don't spoil the dogs while we're house sitting. We have a private lift. Good morning, guys. I hope that you can hear me because I think it's been raining all night and it's really loud outside. I decided to get up, show you my coffee making and all that jazz, but I did want to show you one thing while we were in the kitchen. The drying rack of both the Singapore apartments that we have are right above the sink. It's really cool because they're really nice apartments. They both had dishwashers too. But we don't typically use the dishwasher because we're just not used to it and we don't have a lot of dishes. We just use 1 or 2 bowls per day. At least 2 bowls per day, probably for one of each of us. Let me show you the drying rack because it is actually pretty unique and cool, although I think they would be a little bit difficult to clean. So this one is actually in a little cabinet above the sink right here, which is really cool. You don't have all that plastic stuff and things beside your sink. Really nice. So as you can see, like, they have the top one where you can put stuff and then like the flatter one down here. I just think they're so awesome. Oh, the dog's coming in. Let's see if we can get him real quick. Hold on. Sully, what you doing, pups? The pup just got back from his walk. Sully. Typically he goes and gets some water out that door over there, but I think he's scared of the rain, so he's not. Ian's trying to make him do something. Sully, there's a good pups. Let's look at the coffee. It's looking really good. I do boil it for 10 minutes. They have an espresso machine here, but I don't want to use the pods, so we haven't used it. But after Brazil, I learned to love the Nespresso machine, and if I would have known, we would have bought Nespresso pods in Malaysia because it would be so much cheaper probably. But we didn't. So here we are. But here's the coffee. I know you're probably not supposed to boil it this way, but here we are once again. Ian's literally hand feeding the dog right now. So can't say we don't spoil the dogs while we're house sitting. One dog, okay, our last dog was completely opposite to this dog. The last dog was only fed so much at a certain time of day, so he would eat. Ding, ding, ding. And this dog is fed more, and he just refuses to eat. So, we don't know. But now she's hand feeding him, so that's great. Did I tell y'all we were going to the Botanical Gardens? I can't remember if I told y'all that this morning. But it has been literally raining. You can see it pouring, dripping rain right now. It just rains light and then rains heavy. Light and heavy. It really has not stopped all day long. I'm just not going to go and be completely soaked through by going to a garden outside and walking in the rain and getting there because we're just going to walk there. It's close enough to the apartment. Hopefully we'll get to do that tomorrow. If we don't go out and finish doing fun stuff today, I'll continue the vlog for tomorrow and we'll do it then. Guys, I know what you're thinking when I told you that I lived on the 6th floor. You're thinking, oh, that poor girl, she has to walk up 6 flights of stairs. How terrible it must be for her. Well, okay, I doubt anybody was thinking that. Let's just pretend for a second, you know? Pretending never hurt anybody. Maybe. All the wrong statements. Anyways, guys, we have a private lift. I mean, ouch. That door is hot. Really odd. It's like a magnet for the other part of the door. That's really hot. Hopefully nothing's wrong there, but who knew that I've been in 2 apartments that have private lifts? Because, of course, it's Singapore, so why wouldn't you have a private lift? Also, gotta show y'all this in the kitchen real quick. Probably the coolest microwave I've ever seen. I don't know if I would recommend it, but because if it goes down, it goes down. But in order to open it, you press this button. Pop, open. I mean, guys, am I living the good life or am I living the good life? Also, we have an oven and it works super well. I also got sunscreen in my hair, and this way, on accident of course, but this way the rain will just roll off because sunscreen's oily, you know? I mean, am I prepared? Or am I prepared? Let's go hit the Botanical Gardens. We can go back to the restaurant if you want. Tease us with these otters all the time. I wanted to give you a few minutes of me shutting up before I started talking again. You've heard my voice a lot in this vlog so far, but I did want to pipe back in at the Ethnobotany Garden. That's a very hard word to say. Ethnobotany Garden. Ethnobotany Garden. I moved some things around in the vlog that I thought were a little more interesting towards the front, but this garden was actually the first thing that sparked some interest for me within the gardens themselves. The healing garden was interesting because it showed natural methods of helping health issues, but if I could get another degree from university, it would be in cultural anthropology, which the Ethnobotany Garden displayed so well. I personally find learning the whys of civilizations the most interesting thing on earth. In this garden, you learn about religion, like why do they have totem poles? What ceremonies do they have, and why do they actually have them? Then you learn about different methods of healing and cultures, which speaks a lot about how they feel about their surroundings and their place in this world. So I just feel the importance and magnitude of learning about cultures and trying to gain knowledge that my culture doesn't display. We can learn so much from other people. the eco lake kind of reminded me of what I think of England for some reason, a wide open space of green grass with natural wildlife. The turtles are probably the most interesting part because, as you can see, whenever the turtle's trying to get up onto the side, they were yellow inside of their shells. That is definitely not what I expected with these turtles. So I just thought they were beautiful and pretty, and I love the wildlife and animals. So I love to show that to y'all. Well, people, we are back. We went to the gardens. I never even told y'all we went to the Botanical Gardens on the next day because it rained so much yesterday. It did not stop. It rained a couple times this morning and we were like, okay, maybe we'll be done. We did not look at the radar. We neglected to look at the radar. 5 minutes into our walk, we had to stop at a bus stop because it was just pouring. So we sat at the bus stop probably 20 to 30 minutes and then we walked to the gardens from there. It's about a 25 minute walk. Then we walked around the gardens. We only did the upper half. It's about 10 kilometers or 6 miles or so if you walk the entire thing. So many paths. Unfortunately, apparently it's not like flower season. Sometimes we'll see flowers that have already died. Lots of lush greenness, great, you know, yada yada yada, but that's about it. It's January, so it's technically, I guess, winter here. Never sweated so much in a winter in my entire life, but it's fine. We saw a few cool animals. The common kingfisher bird. We were standing there and we were following this. We weren't really following them. Sometimes we would come across this couple that had like bird watching cameras and all that jazz. Sometimes we'd come across them and they would tell us, oh look, there's that bird up there and whatever. They were really nice. And then they tell us the name of the bird because like we don't know the name of the bird. Fortunately, birds are way too hard for me to get on camera because I don't have that professional equipment like that. But we were standing there by them and they actually missed it and I saw it first and it was the common kingfisher. In the back of the common kingfisher, which we think we've seen one in Malaysia too, is pure bright blue. Oh my gosh, this bird is just so amazingly cool. Big lizards, the roosters they have here, I don't know why they have so many roosters, but you know, whatever. Dragonflies were really pretty colors, blue, red, yellow. A few cool butterflies. Butterflies are really hard to get on camera unless they're in a concentrated area. We are leaving this house tomorrow. They are flying back and then we are going to a hostel for 2 nights. At the hostel, we're gonna try to go do a few more things and then we are traveling back to Malaysia. We're excited to get back to Malaysia for pricing wise and stuff like that. I don't know, it's hot here guys, it's hot. I'm gonna end it here. I will pick back up with y'all probably tomorrow because we get to do stuff every day right now. So exciting, so exciting. I love it. I'm excited to take a break. You should like the video. You should comment if you found anything interesting. Let's go out and make our world 1% better today and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.